In 1868, the United States almost acquired Greenland, but the bid failed prematurely. Do you want to know the history behind Donald Trump wanting to acquire Greenland? Stay with me. In 1867, the US was in a global shopping mood. The mission was to expand and own all of North America. So they began proposing to buy territories around them. The chief facilitator of this move was not even the president, but the Secretary of State, William Seward. The Secretary of State is the equivalent of Foreign Minister or Minister of Foreign Affairs in Nigeria. Seward had a list of territories he wanted US to acquire. On the list were Alaska, Greenland, Iceland, Dominican Republic, and several other territories. When you zoom in on the map, here is Alaska, west of Canada, USA south of Canada, and in the east of Canada there is Greenland and then Iceland. One of the goals was to surround Canada so that Canada would be forced to join them too. Seward succeeded in purchasing Alaska, which was owned by Russia. Then he shifted focus to Greenland, a territory owned by Denmark. But it failed. Since then, the US had been trying to obtain Greenland subtly and strategically. In 1910, another proposal was made, but it failed too. The closest the US got in obtaining Greenland from Denmark was in 1946, after the Second World War. During the war, when Germany attacked Denmark, US positioned themselves to defend Denmark, so in return, they were given access to build military facilities in Greenland. In 1946, after the war, US then made a move to purchase Greenland for $100 million, but Denmark rejected again. Instead of making a sale, they made a compromise. The two countries, Denmark and US, signed a defense agreement which allowed the US to build a military air base in Greenland. It's about 80 years now, and history is about to repeat itself, but in a different shade. What you are seeing now is just an attempt to make successful a century-long failed deal, an attempt to complete Seward's job. The difference is just that in 1868, the US was an emerging power trying to scale up quickly. But in 2026, the US is the established power trying to hold its ground against emerging powers like China and Russia. Trump is just using Seward's playbook. Do you think this will succeed? Let me know your analysis on this.